The post-sales experience is just as important as pre-sales. As partners, there are a few ways that you can add value for your customers and retain their business year after year. There are 4 key ways for you to add value: through deployment with Autopilot managed services, protecting devices with ruggedized cases and custom kiosks, enabling quick turnarounds and servicing options that work around the customer's schedule, and devices as a service to equip them with the latest devices. We designed Surface to be versatile and work wherever the customer needs, whether it be in a classroom or outdoors during a rainy football game. Please don't use your Surface in the shower. Every Surface is rigorously tested against a variety of scenarios to ensure that your device not only survives the shipping adventure, but can also withstand office mishaps. Safeguard your customer's investment and build a bespoke solution with a wide selection of accessories built to fit any scenario. Ruggedized cases keep devices intact for first-line workers in the field and students in the classroom. Elegant covers and sleeves stand out and present a strong first impression. Think beyond just the device and implement kiosks and locking stations. For a current catalog of available Designed for Surface offerings, go to aka.ms/DFS. As we go through the different service plans for each product, keep in mind that while there's a minimum price on each service, it's up to you to customize the plan appropriately for your market. The standard Surface warranty includes a lot of what you'd expect: 1-year warranty for hardware defects and 90 days of technical support. For those who need more than just the standard warranty, extended service plans are available, providing additional coverage and added benefits like accidental damage. Complete for Business Plus maximizes your customer's investment by adding Concierge, a unique service that provides additional trainings, resources, and quarterly reviews to ensure customers get the most out of their Surface. Recently, we added SSD retention, which addresses data compliance concerns and is especially important for customers in the public sector and financial services. Similarly, Surface Studio customers have the option to extend the hardware service plan or upgrade to Complete for Business, which includes accidental damage protection. Surface Hub is a little bit different from the rest of the portfolio. Customers can extend the hardware service plan up to 3 years, which includes Concierge, and covers the Surface Hub 2S and in-box accessories. To avoid shipping back and forth, the extended service plans include on-site hardware repairs when possible, and device replacement when it's not. No Surface sale is complete without a type cover or the Pro X signature keyboard, which is why we offer extended service plans for those accessories. From the standard warranty up to Complete for Business, customers can replace type covers and Pro X keyboards easily, even when they spill their coffee all over their desk. If you've ever had the misfortune of replacing a malfunctioning or damaged PC, you know that the exchange process can be long, leading to more downtime for users. We understand that your customers can't wait days or weeks without having the device they need to get their job done. That's why every Surface for Business device includes our Advanced Exchange service. This ensures that a replacement device will be in your customer's hands even before they return the original device. In the US and Canada, next business day replacement is included with Complete for Business Plus and Complete for Enterprise. Next business day replacement can also be added to other plans at an additional cost. Surface for Business is engineered for every scenario. Rigorous testing and durable cases ensure devices are protected physically. With programs and services built to support customers, Surface for Business adds value at each step of the device's journey. Next, we'd like to introduce you to zero-touch deployment. Many customers are forced to take a mix-and-match approach to their IT strategy, leading to fragmented ecosystems, extra expenses, and ad hoc workarounds for IT. These complicated environments and disjointed support for software and hardware prevents customers from realizing the full value of Surface. Traditionally, Windows deployments were a lengthy process, requiring a custom image incorporating all the software and security policies, and then testing through trial and error. On top of that, IT typically needed physical access to the device to deploy the image. This approach was time-consuming and expensive, and frustrating for users. Now, there's a simple, modern way to deploy Surface. With Windows Autopilot, users simply unbox their new device, log in with their Azure Active Directory credentials, and all apps, settings, and policies are automatically deployed. The device is ready for productive use within minutes of the user receiving it without IT touching the device. Surface is Autopilot ready out of the box for streamlined provisioning. Each Surface has Microsoft's signature image that's free of bloatware and unnecessary apps. The process to add devices in Partner Center is simple and straightforward, and devices are automatically added and removed from customers' tenants as they're replaced. Lastly, and most recently, one of the best benefits currently exclusive to Surface is called Device Firmware Configuration Interface, or DFCI. This allows customers to manage the firmware on the device remotely, allowing IT to remotely secure devices at the UEFI level. When paired with Microsoft 365, Surface delivers the best experience for both users and IT. Autopilot adds value at each stage of Surface's lifecycle. Microsoft 365 powers the experience from the beginning. As soon as the devices are sold, the PKIDs are added to Partner Center and sync to the customer's tenant. Working with the customer, build the device configuration profile in Microsoft Endpoint Manager. Devices are shipped directly to users, and upon login, all the apps, services, and settings they need are provisioned automatically. Configuration changes can be made on demand, even while the device is in use. Devices are managed remotely throughout the entire lifecycle, including complete resets, remote wipes, and reprovisioning and deprovisioning. The end result is a business-ready, fully enrolled and managed device, joined to your customer's corporate directory. Zero-touch deployment is streamlined for IT and elegant for end users. Customers can avoid the cost and maintenance of complex on-prem infrastructure and finally leave behind the hassle of creating their own custom image. Autopilot tightly integrates with Microsoft's management stack, supporting co-management from anywhere with Microsoft Endpoint Manager. By purchasing from partners like yourselves, customers have the added benefit of white glove deployment for the ultimate hands-off experience. For partners, Zero Touch cuts the cost of deployments by replacing inefficient custom imaging practices with a modern management solution. This gives partners a recurring revenue stream with new opportunities to cross-sell or upsell Microsoft 365 services. This is especially beneficial for our CSPs that are already familiar with our cloud offerings and are breaking into the hardware business. Consistent, managed services deepen your relationship with customers as you become a trusted partner and an integral part of their IT strategy. To take advantage of Autopilot, customers must be subscribed to any of the Microsoft 365 licenses that include Azure AD and an MDM, like Microsoft Endpoint Manager. Every customer is at a different stage in the sales, device, and services cycle. For customers that are current users or active Surface opportunities, they should take advantage of Autopilot now. As you foster relationships with your other customers, keep the conversation of modern management top of mind as they consider their long-term strategy. Even if they're not ready to move to Surface and away from legacy MDM solutions, it's important to guide them toward an aspirational approach to device management. We've talked a lot about Autopilot and the many benefits. Now let's see what the experience looks like for an end user. The Surface arrives and is turned on for the first time. We confirm our region and keyboard layout. And now immediately, Windows 10 Pro on this Surface is going to check to see if any organization has claimed ownership. It recognizes that Contoso MN owns this device. Anna enters her email and corporate password. Her Autopilot profile is going to be downloaded to this device, and that will dictate the rest of the out-of-box experience. We're here at the enrollment status page. You can see device preparation and device setup. If we clicked show details, we could see more information there. And the amount of time that this takes is going to vary. A lot of it depends on internet connection, the user's internet speed, as well as the amount of data that is being downloaded as part of the autopilot profile. And a lot of that comes from the size of the apps. If there are only megabytes, it might take several minutes. If there are gigabytes worth of apps, it might take a bit longer. We are almost there, Windows 10 Pro promises us. We are back at the enrollment status page, completing our account setup. Of course, this has been sped up for demonstration purposes. You see the notification there, we are now syncing OneDrive. As part of this autopilot profile, Anna has been given access to her corporate SharePoint that is going to be synced in File Explorer using OneDrive for Business. Device is registered, so she has all of the policies that she needs applied. And we emerge onto the desktop in a business-ready state, ready for productive use. You can see all of those Office apps have been installed as part of the autopilot profile. Let's talk about the final way that you can add value for your customers, with the Surface Devices as a Service program. Traditionally, companies lease or buy devices outright and purchase a set number of seats for Microsoft services. This is costly, difficult to budget, and limits scalability. It often leads to stacks of idle hardware and can force new employees to use hand-me-down or outdated hardware. The eventual prospect of a company-wide device refresh can seem staggeringly expensive. This is why we created the Surface Device as a Service program. Customers pick and choose the devices, accessories, software, and services on a per-user basis. Everything is bundled together in a simple monthly subscription fee. Rather than purchasing everything outright or signing a long-term lease where customers don't truly own the devices, they only pay for the devices they need, and they own them. Technology moves quickly, and customers want to stay as current as possible. With Surface Device as a Service, your customer can easily trade up to the newest model, and pricing can be adjusted per device. Before we get deeper into this conversation, we want to caution that Surface Device as a Service is only available in specific markets and may depend on your region and/or distributor. Be sure to check the Device as a Service offerings with your local partner development manager or DISTI for more information. The as-a-service model isn't new, and we've seen growing demand for this agile approach to device procurement and upgrades. By 2024, we anticipate the Devices as a Service market will grow to over $70 billion, and we want you to have as much of that as possible. Surface Device as a Service is a great way for your customers to keep current on the latest devices, while also providing you with the recurring revenue stream each month. Compared to a one-time transactional relationship, the Surface Device as a Service approach adds 1.8 times more lifetime value by cutting CapEx costs for IT. Surface Device as a Service is a win-win for you and your customers, and offers premium devices that integrate seamlessly with Microsoft 365 to make users and IT more productive. For users, Surface Device as a Service provides access to the latest and greatest hardware, enabling a better user experience with the right tools for their needs. For IT, it significantly reduces the complexity and costs of managing hardware inventory, allowing them to focus on more important projects rather than ad hoc fixes and upgrades. For the company, it not only reduces upfront costs in hardware, software, and services, but also makes long-term costs more predictable. Tying it all together in one clear monthly fee removes complexity and creates a deeper sense of partnership between you and your customers. There are many benefits to customers, but these are several ways that Surface Device as a Service adds value to you as partners. Surface Device as a Service consolidates hardware and services together to create a unified experience and introduces new cross-sell opportunities. With 70% of customers expected to transition to PC subscription services within the next 3 years, Surface Device as a Service is an opportunity for you to get ahead of the competition and stay relevant in the market. It opens an entirely new revenue stream, and the consistent income allows you to budget more accurately. So, How do you as a partner play a role in Surface Device as a Service? First, you must be able to support consolidated monthly or quarterly billing, and support subscriptions for 18, 24, and 36 months. You'll also be required to design offerings that meet your customers' needs to drive Surface Device as a Service in your market. And of course, educate your sales teams on the value of a complete Microsoft experience. A core component of that education is the Surface Modern Solutions training, which can be found at aka.ms/ZTD training. Autopilot Managed Services is a required capability, along with the creation of a customer portal for simplified transactions. Finally, you'll need to track monthly reporting on Surface Device as a Service deals to keep us in the loop so we can adapt the program as needed. There are a few ways we help you build Surface Device as a Service program that's competitive and benefits you. By working with your partner developer manager, or DISTI, you'll receive help in messaging the value proposition, creating marketing assets, and even landing pages for your website. These are all the components you'll need to consider when building a Surface Device as a Service solution. Hardware, software, services, and supporting capabilities are all wrapped into one monthly payment. We've created a few examples of what your custom bundled solutions could look like. Show that you understand the complexity of your customer's business by customizing solutions based on the user's role. Picking from a predetermined set of offerings eases the burden on the customer to choose the right device. For example, you may offer a bundle specifically targeting first-line workers with a Surface Go 2 LTE, type cover and pen, headset, Microsoft 365, and add Autopilot Managed Services. Then, consolidate all of these components together and set the price per user per month. Let's recap. The first step is to familiarize yourself with the Surface Modern Solutions program. Work with your PDM or DISTI to understand the distribution channel and the resources available to get you started. Next, discuss the benefits of managed services to stakeholders at your own company and how you'll benefit from new revenue streams. Decide on what your capabilities are as a partner and what level of support you'll provide to customers. Then, build your custom solutions. Use the resources and contacts available to ensure your offerings are competitive and compelling. Once that's all determined, work with us to build your marketing and sales assets to start messaging it broadly. And of course, share feedback with your PDM, DISTI, and us. We want to hear what works and what you'd change in the program so we can better adapt to you and our customers. We've shown you several ways that you can add more value to each Surface sale and ensure long-term, consistent income. Thank you for helping to provide our customers with the tools they need to achieve more. We look forward to seeing how each of you adapt your sales model to your customers and the ever-changing marketplace.